primary prevention. That is, before it occurs, we have to take measures to reduce the child abuse. The person cannot completely prevent a sexual assault, but he or she can decrease the risk of sexual assault by taking some safe steps. Self-protection. Trust your feeling. If you feel you are in danger, you probably are in the foot. Do not take a path which is not well lit. Do not park a car where the environment is dark. If there's any danger, better to shout, say, fire, rather than ask for there's a rape, help, because people will not come to that sort of thing because they are the usual idea is the perpetrator is very powerful person. Self-protection. Be aware of the surrounding, who is out there and what is going on. Walk with confidence. You move confident, you look, the stronger you appear. Be assertive. Don't let anyone violate your space. If somebody is trying to come too close, you have all the rights to say no. Lock the door and windows when you are leaving house. Watch your keys. Don't lend them. Don't leave them. Don't lose them. Don't put address or name in the keys so that anyone can come to your house and use the keys. Drive on busy roads with closed shutters and locked doors. Never pick up strangers. Avoid being under influence of alcohol and drugs, because you can't resist the activity if you are under drugs. Life skills and education programs. This is very important. The children should know how to say no to a person who is asking for a sexual bribe or asking to go to a place where you are more likely to get sexual assault. So, it is very important. Even the partner asks, you must be able to say no. These programs target peer groups of men and women. These workshops consist of several sessions, including violence prevention using participatory learning approaches. Help men who are otherwise reluctant to participate in programs conducted solely on sexual violence. Even if the men are perpetrators of sexual violence, the programs are careful to avoid labeling them as such. So, without labeling them, you have to educate them that they have to respect the partner and other girls and not to do sexual violence on them. Developmental approaches. Encourage nurturing with better and more gender balanced parenting to prevent sexual violence. So, always teach the students, teach the children, they have to respect opposite sex. They should not have conflicts and have violence in childhood. So, they have to, they should develop the skills in negotiating. This involves a development approach with interventions. Before birth, include discussions of parenting skills, stereotyping of gender roles, stress, conflicts and violence. So, if they know gender roles, then both parties will respect each other's work. During early childhood, prevention of child exposure to violence through the media and early childhood development. Developmental approaches during adolescence, including modeling behaviors and attitudes that avoid stereotyping, encouraging children to distinguish between good and bad touch, enhancing their ability to confidence to take control over their own bodies. These interventions would allow room for taking about sexual aggression. Discussions covered include myths about rape, how to set boundaries for sexual activity, and breaking the links between sex, violence, and coercion. Community-based efforts, prevention campaigns, attempts to change public attitudes towards sexual violence using the media, including advertising on billboards and in public transport and on radio and television. If you publish the legal aspect of this to people in the country, there will be some kind of control over these activities. Community-based efforts, community activity by men, because rather than activities by females, if males take the advocacy on prevention of this violence and rape, that would be more effective. Promoting alternative forms of masculinity, making sexual violence prevention presentations in schools, designing posters, producing handbooks, printing youth magazines. Community-based efforts in schools, measures to eradicate sexual harassment in schools. Introduce law prohibiting sexual relations between teachers and pupils. Any adult can't have any sexual relationship with pupils. Curricular changes to introduce sexual violence. Teacher training in addressing sexual violence. Above all, children should be given the ability to say no and other life skills to prevent it.